of the People, the United States, recently announced plans to uphold visa restrictions to certain individuals that undermined the democratic process of the recently conducted presidential election in Nigeria. These individuals have been involved in the intimidation of voters through threats and physical violence, the manipulation of vote results, and other activities that undermines Nigeria's democratic process, said Anthony Blinken, the US Secretary of State. Although Blinken stated that the US is committed to supporting and advancing democracy in Nigeria and around the world, the latest move contradicts its initial gestures towards an election it already considered free and fair when it congratulated Tinubu. In a press briefing, US Department of the State spokesperson Ned Price said the United States congratulates the people of Nigeria President-elect and all political leaders following the declaration by Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission or INEC on the results of the February 25th presidential election, for an election largely characterized by massive rigging, intimidation, and vote buying. Calling it free and fair comes as a double-faced blunder America shouldn't have made. Thus, globally acclaimed author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie criticized America for congratulating Bola Tinubu as president-elect in an open letter titled Nigeria's Hollow Democracy. The author classified the elections as a slap to the face of the Nigerian people and an insult to the collective intelligence of all Nigerians. It is important to preserve the truth and to tell the story of what happened. That election was unforgivably flawed, and there is evidence for that, Adichie noted to Arise TV. I wanted to call the US out for what I consider a kind of two-facedness when it comes to Africa. The US has a long history of complicity in non-democratic election on this continent. Recently in Congo, they endorsed an election that was an absolute sham. But then, the same US turned around and criticized the Congo for not being democratic, Adichie opined, although the US has not listed the individuals it wished to place on the visa ban. This move comes off as a form of damage control in light of Adichie's criticism. On the February 25th, 2023, Nigeria conducted its seventh general election in the Fourth Republic, which commenced in 1999. Many citizens, especially the apolitical young people, came out en masse to vote for their preferred candidates. The teeming young population that make about 70% of the 200 million people in Nigeria are frustrated by the broken democratic system of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). This was the chance to make it right. So more young people became very involved in deciding their future. Coincidentally, a third force in the person of Peter Obi of the Labour Party, the supposed underdog political party, came up right at the right time with an impeccable track record to fuel the dreams of many young Nigerians. He was the third force that disrupted Nigeria's political climb as well as eroded the aggressive involvement of the Nigerian youth in politics. He gave rise to an organic movement of young people who wanted to vote. Obi's presidential aspirations created a political storm as he intermediated the two other dominant political parties, the APC and the People's Democratic Party (PDP), both opposite extremes. Thus, fingers were crossed and all hopes were raised after the Independent National Electoral Commission introduced the bimodal voter accreditation system for credible election. More so, young Nigerians further monitored the election, sharing and storing results from their polling units online via social media channels like Twitter. Thus, when the results announced went contrary to what they had in hand, citizens cried out. Hmm. Well, This is photo of Tinubu on his arraignment at Code of Conduct Bureau, a tribunal by Jonathan government. It was this anger that fueled everything as fair alliance and battle against Jonathan. Now inside the Wahala Nigeria DT up to today. Hypocrisy of the highest order. Who is fooling who? US. Double standard. Speaking from both sides of their mouth, a sure sign of compromised position. Anyone who cannot maintain a good position, calling a spade doesn't even worth his name. When a man or country as an entity is corrupt, you start experiencing double speaking and such. An entity cannot speak against corruption and any such perpetrators. An action coming from a man or country to the effect of placing a country measure against a corrupt entity is less a human or inanimate. USA should stop two-face show when it comes to straighten democracy in Africa. USA knows what they are doing. If they allow the practice, if they allow you practice with democracy, you will be better like them or even more, and our citizens will have no reason to go to their country again to look for greener pastures, and our criminal politicians will have nothing to steal and invest in their country, and USA FBI will have nothing to blackmail our leaders with which to intimidate them to compromise and sign unbeneficial documents against us anymore. Mm. Well, it is already, it's all is like you already know those European nations plan against we have good governance, against us having good governance. That is it. US is nobody's friend or ally, only what favors them. Africa so much believe in US with infected disease called democracy with hypocritical manner. Nigerians don't believe in themselves. If it had believe on itself, Chief Bola Tinubu couldn't have had contested with all his bad record and bad health condition. God cannot even help you when you have seen what is before you, which he has shown you. No, it doesn't work that way. It's like a man who has gotten himself over drunken and jumped inside his car and sped off and crashed. Either is dead or alive. Hmm. Well, don't mind those criminals. Now I see why Putin never take them seriously. Okay, you call this congratulations? That was mocking Nigeria and not congratulations. You think they don't know what they are doing? Of course, they know what they are doing. USA is deceitful nation of hypocrites, just like a Britain. USA and UK are the problem of Africa because all their wealth comes from Africa countries. Why they see Africa as inferior due to our wicked, senseless leaders. Double standard is what America and UK are known for. Their selfish interests in Africa will kill all of them. How will you punish a corrupt selected president? United States and European leaders can never stand on the right side. These evil that know what they are doing, the evil people, they know what they are doing to Africans. United States congratulated Bola Tinubu his worst presidential election ever organized in Nigeria. This has shown Nigerians that United States and European leaders are not interested in bad conditions, evil world leaders. The problem is a crisis of confidence. I think America at this point stands to be challenged if she tries to pontificate on electoral matters because of her 2020 presidential election debacle. It is difficult to come to judgments without clean hands, but concerning Nigeria presidential election of February 2023, it had been better they kept quiet than this. Or is it the fear Russia could come in first? America needs to recover their herself so she can help democracy better for by forthrightness double game number.